Hello and welcome back. In life, not everyone is going to be your friend. Sometimes you'll do your best. And it doesn't mean that you can't be friendly. But sometimes certain people just don't vibe together. And that's okay. You can drain yourself quite a bit, actually, trying to be that person's friend when it just doesn't work, when it just doesn't fit. Sometimes life does things that you don't expect, swings in directions that you would have never imagined. People you once got along with, now you don't. In the future, you get along with them again. It just goes to show that people change, things change, energy changes. Nothing is in a state of, nothing doesn't move, nothing stays stale, nothing is still. So when you or the other person grows in one way or another, then what can you do? In the end, you can only do what's best for you. And if you spend your time worrying about other people, then the only one that really suffers is yourself. Because in life, we're here not only to please other people, but we have to remember that we are worth our own love. We are worth our own attention. It's worth giving yourself the time that you need to heal in whatever way that is. Because the only one that's going to grow and change with you is you. Your vibe is going to change at your own time, pace. And the best thing you can do is be loving to yourself. To be yourself. To be okay with being yourself. To be okay with loving yourself. With letting other people go. Because in life you're not always going to get along with everyone. And that's a lesson that's best learned, I was going to say, as early as possible, hopefully. Because it'll save you a lot of pain and grief in the long run. If you can learn that type of a message or lesson early on in your life. I've been a people pleaser for the vast majority of my life. And I found the most freedom that I've ever had in my entire life, now more than ever. And that's when I stopped trying to please people. But you have to keep in mind that if there are other people pleasers around you, the minute you stop trying to please them, they're going to feel some kind of negativity. You're not reciprocating their frequency back to them anymore. So sometimes people around you, when you start to grow, when you start to heal in your way, it's going to feel a lot like conflict. And oftentimes it's not them that perceives or that is the source of conflict, it's yourself. Because maybe on some level you're still worrying about what that person thinks of you. And I've seen this in myself. These types of ego formations are difficult to drop. So setting your own barriers and truly being who you are, uncompromising, to some people can feel cold, as though you're distant. But in reality, it's one of the highest forms of self-love. Difficult topics. Are you a people pleaser? If you are, then you know what I'm talking about. Some of the things in this video you'll be able to relate to. We all are where we are, and the thing is, people communicate on an energetic level more than we do through words, more than we do even through body language. There's a subtle energy that the body just emits. It does this, it just is, in the same way that other people do it too, and objects, your thoughts send out waves of energy actually out of your body, so does your heart. And a lot of what you feel, especially if you're in tune to the more subtle nuances inside of you, if you're in tune with those things, if you're more aware of the subtleties of a human being, then you'll see this for yourself. You'll notice that sometimes your body just acts a certain way, and there's not really a reason. It doesn't seem, the mind can't seem to find a logical conclusion, and you can come up with all kinds of theories, but in reality the mind can't really understand a lot of what reality is. We can only think in one direction at a time, and reality is multi-directional, dimensional. Reality is so far past beyond what the mind can do. So trying to rationalize to yourself, this and that, and should I do this, and should I do that, and this person's going to think this, and all these thoughts, it's best, I found, to just drop the whole thing and to just turn in and take care of yourself. Because, as I said in the beginning of the video, you're not going to get along with everyone, and that's just the reality. So it's best sometimes to put the mind down when it comes to certain situations where it just doesn't seem to work. And you never know, maybe in putting the mind down, it'll fix itself. Maybe it'll come to the conclusion that there was never a problem to begin with. Who knows? I'll leave you with that. Wherever you are around the world, whatever time it is that you're watching this video, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Find peace within yourself. Peace.